Hey, Magic Mirror, who's the fairest of them all?
What on earth did they do to Shrek? Oh my god! I'm out here waiting for a new Minecraft movie trailer to come out today, and what do you know, Universal Pictures slaps out a 27-second cast announcement for Shrek. Guess who's in it? The same people as before. Wow. But also, more than that, what the hell is this?
Why, Shrek, of course.
No. What? No. Oh. And like, I can almost see where they're going with this. You know, Shrek's always done pop culture references and keeping things modern, but my soul is hurting. So yes, Shrek has gotten a new art style as well. That's the real kicker for what this half minute is trying to say. And does it look good? No, it doesn't. Now, I suspect we were always going to hate a new rendition of an art style, and to be fair, we should have known there was going to be a change in visuals based off of not only the DreamWorks logo being a little bit away from the norm, but not this far away from the norm, and also Puss in Boots: The Last Wish coming in with its own vibrant, fantastic art style that we've seen. But this... oh my god, this is not it. Now, this comes at a very ironic time for me personally, as I literally have in the works right now an amazing episode on the original Shrek one. So that's probably coming out tomorrow. So hey, if you're watching this not on the moment this comes out, check out my channel. It's probably there. We can make some solid comparisons with the visuals of the first movie, because this is far and away not that anymore, is it? And if anything, I actually would go as far as to say this is a direct betrayal to the core idea of what Shrek was meant to be in the first place. Because he's Disneyfied now. No, oh my god. Oh my god! This isn't even, like, original content anymore. I've seen this meme. I didn't want to see a dancing, latex-ridden Shrek above a bunch of residential buildings, but I've seen him. And like, okay, fine, I get it. Shrek would be one to reference TikToks. That makes sense. He's always been at the forefront doing these pop culture references and being a little bit more cheesy, modern, you know, going against the norm. But this is so... it's so like snake eating itself scenario, you know? This almost feels like an AI-generated joke based off of its own feed of previous Shrek scripts. This is the way you spiral down into becoming just a parody of yourself. They've brought back the magic mirror on the wall for some reason from the first movie, and I guess that's the only way they can show, oh look, digital screen, modern, we've warped it into our universe. The rest of this... it's just not good. Maybe it's part of the plot and far, far away as a whole society of influencers now. But also, it's just going to be all the same damn influencer jokes again. If this was an original adaptation of that same take, then cool. Also, what's the plot? Is Shrek now an internet icon and he's reacting to that? Oh, God, I hate all of this already. I'm bloody 5 seconds into this. What are they going to even do for the next 22? I am scared. You know this already. The original Shrek came out as very much a sort of middle finger to Disney as a corporation. The original Shrek movie even going so far as to make fun of the likes of Disneyland and all of the merchandising things, not to mention the generic fairy tale tropes they follow on and, you know, subverting a lot of those storylines to tell a genuine, good, emotional beat about how it doesn't matter how you look, there isn't a way you are supposed to be. You are valuable in just being yourself, even if you are an ugly ogre. And then you turn around and look at this, and the saturation is bumped all the way up, the brightness is as high as it can be, Pinocchio looks like he's made out of damn well plastic, he really isn't a real boy. And all of the features that make these characters at least a little bit... you know, look at the first Shrek movie, compare his face to this, and it's just ugly in the wrong direction. He's prettified. Look at their eyes, man. When you see the eyelids and like the imperfections in the design of the first Shrek movie, you can see very much that theme of, okay, you know, it looks a little bit weird. They're a bunch of weirdos, they're a bunch of outcasts, and they still find value in their lives regardless. But this It's just Disney-fied. Everyone looks pretty. You can see the entire circle of Pinocchio's eyes. And don't even get me started on the reflections in the mirror where the guys look like full-on angular shapes rather than the bumpy thing that they were in the original. I have never seen a fatter grin or a DreamWorks face reflecting out at me from a DreamWorks movie. It's just too polished and perfect. Not to mention all the other bajillion problems this 27 seconds has shown us. Oh, I saw that. It's literally just... Yeah, it's his original face from the actual Shrek 1 poster as well. So it's just someone else has taken that. I'm sure that exists as well. It's... To show off in the first 6 seconds of your teaser trailer, unoriginal content not made by you, really does show the depths that apparently this new era of DreamWorks creators is going. Because this... Oh, God, this is like beyond awful. Why have you done that? How do you make it that after the original movie had the magic mirror making a parody of game shows and game show hosts and datings and dating contestants all in one big scene to say, pick your princess. I am that trope of the late 90s of making a game show out of dating, huh? And now you've just turned him into a damn TikTok For You page. My mans does not get a happily ever after. Now, I know a lot of people are probably going to be angry with this, and I almost want to give this the benefit of the doubt because it makes sense that there is an artistic styling change. And for me to turn around and immediately just go Gen 1ing all over Shrek does seem a little bit, cliched of a direction to go. And to be fair, I don't hate absolutely every one of these character designs. I like one of them, Zendaya's daughter character. I think she does legitimately fit in to what older Shrek looked like. Even going far forward into Shrek Forever After, there we were introduced to all sorts of new dynamic designs for ogres, and I think this daughter character fits in there. I think she could easily naturally have come out of that. She's still got these gigantic features like everyone else. Everyone's eyes are absolutely massive in this short sequence for some reason. But I think she looks okay. And it is actually interesting to see that they're going to actually develop into them being young adults now. Where her two brothers are, I don't know. Maybe they full-on left the swamp already so that we don't have a bloated ensemble Ice Age cast. Maybe. This also so far does seem to have all of the pitfalls of Ice Age 5 as well, so... Also, yes, of course, they've cast a celebrity role for it up front and center. They literally did that in the originals, fine. Cool, Zendaya, do your thing, whatever. But like, oh my god. Shrek does still look ugly. He has to, that's kind of his thing. And I think you would lose even more of your messaging to pretty them up. But this is pretty damn prettied up, my guy. Even when you just look at the lighting and the style, obviously it's because of the limitations of animation at the time, back when Shrek 1's day, 2001 and all that. But I think there's really something lost when you have such bright, colorful lighting in a world that's meant to be all about the imperfections. And Pinocchio legitimately just looks like a Disney character. If you compare all 3 versions of Pinocchio that we had a couple years back, Pinocchio fits right in as number 4, being a blending of all of them somehow. And Donkey, oh my god, what have they done to Donkey? Now, there are a lot of direct character design comparisons I can make from the original. Now, everyone's noses are bigger rather than their mouths taking up all that space. Everyone has a bit of an angular shape to them for a silhouette in the distance, I guess. And I've already mentioned the eyes are absolutely massive now. They used to be more spread out on Donkey. Now they're inner and bigger, Disney-fied. But overall, I think the general vibe is that, yeah, everyone just looks plastic and fake in a way that the second Shrek movie would have made fun of the civilians for doing that themselves, getting into Hollywood plasticine fever over in the Kingdom of Far, Far Away. This is so far and beyond what the Shrek mythos originally was. This is a 5th sequel in motion. And hey, I thrive off of terrible movies, so I guess I'm looking forward to Christmas 2026 all the more. What a present. Also, it's gonna be like wintertime? Shrek 2 had that lovely blue sky aesthetic, man. Now it's gonna be all wintry and cold. That doesn't sound as nice to me. Reminds me of the gloom from Shrek the Third. But I guess, hey, looking a little bit uglier in the weather, I guess does fit the ugly vibe, so we'll see where that goes. But it's a damn well colorful show. Well, I mean, I know I've only got 27 seconds to base off of, but I think I found my thumbnail. Oh, God, look at him, man. I don't even know what to think. Like, I'm just, like, stunned. I love how 20 years later, he's still wearing the exact same clothes, but I just... Oh, God, look, their eyes are so massive in this. And I mean, at least they're still ugly. They look like outcasts. Why does Donkey's hair do that now? And his nose jaw is gigantic. But at least they've got, like, the ugly teeth. He's vaguely ugly. I don't know, man. Why did they do this to him, man? The closest thing to a cool praise I could really have of this art style otherwise is maybe the original shot we see of Shrek's reflection in the mirror kind of looks like he's going for the concept art design of the original Shrek version from the 90s as like a vague design choice to bring it back. I could see how maybe by the time they get to Shrek Forever After, the design was getting a little bit too pretty and polished in that direction, so they wanted to do a hard reset. But I don't know, man. I think Shrek Forever After works better than this. This just looks like a parody. This would be as if Jeffrey Katzenberg left again, made another studio, and then decided to parody Middle Finger Shrek by making their own crappy version of Shrek. Even though I guess ironically it's the wrong way around. This is the Disney version. I don't know, man. This just looks like the classic over-polished corporate crap that every animated movie seems to want to do now. It's as if this design is the crab of evolution that every movie just warps into being too polished and perfect and Disney. We're going back to Disney. Will the writing at least be able to keep up the idea of outcasts and weirdos should be, you know, valued and lifted up in their own little quadrants? I don't know, man. Disney's doing their best to quell that representation, so maybe Shrek will do exactly the same. Only Pinocchio survives, because he's the most marketable.
Stuff.
Not me! Whoa! Pinocchio, what are you doing? So generic, man. The fact that he's like, here I am! Ooh, my nose did the thing it's been doing for 25 years. And then you just got Shrek and everyone doing the biggest cartoony DreamWorks face reactions. Like, it's draining to watch, man. This has never felt more like a Jingly Keys kind of, hey, you recognize these? Woohoo! Byproduct that I've ever seen Shrek do, considering it started out as a very parody of that kind of vibe. I think the biggest, most egregious part is there's no real original adaptation in all of this. You know what I mean? Like, they haven't made a new version and warped it into the universe with what they're referencing. The reference is just TikToks of Shrek memes you've seen before, but not quite Shrek is love, Shrek is life, because they're cowards. To me, all this proves is that this new Shrek the 5 movie, whatever the hell they're going to actually call it, is absolutely going to be terrible come round to Christmas. A wonderful, ironic gift only for me. And also, I think it's just going to be going for the lowest hanging fruit every time. Maybe there's a chance. To be fair, some of the best parts of the original Shrek movie, and pretty much all of them to be honest, but mostly 1 and 2, is their ability to take some of these pop culture references and turn them into nuance and commentary into their new universe. All of Shrek 2 was about the Hollywood lifestyle and kind of pointing out, man, this is kind of weird that they do this, and they do this. Whilst, you know, a medieval meal from McDonald's parody, we eat that stuff up. Justin Timberlake as a medieval bard poster on Fiona's wall is great. And whether this movie can take the reins of modern society and this influencer TikTok craze and actually do it in a good, formidable, nuanced commentary way would be fantastic. I have absolutely no hopes it will, because all it's done so far is say, hey, you've seen those memes before, now Shrek has too. Laugh and buy product. Add on the fact that this is being done by a DreamWorks that's not being animated and done in-house, and maybe this is the be-all end-all. And then there'll be 2 more movies. What a horrible gift to receive while I'm just waiting for another Minecraft movie trailer. We'll cover that as well later in the day. If you see it pop up, I'm working on it. It'll be here soon enough today. And then tomorrow, let's talk about all things brilliant for the original Shrek 1. Back in the good old days, when there was someone trying to push back against Disney rather than just being another clone of them. For now, though, oh boy, my name's been Daz. Thank you very much for reaching the end of this video, and I shall see you all in a little bit. Well, I was worried that a 27-second clip wasn't going to have enough to talk about, but I just paused every bloody second, and there's enough to talk about. Great. Excuse me. Better out than in, I always say.